Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another weekly wind-up with Women in Analytics. It's always a tongue twister. I've got a couple of announcements for the community this week. So if you are local to Columbus, Ohio, which is where we are headquartered, we are hosting a live networking event called Drink and Think. Should be super fun, given the title. Basically, we're trying to facilitate local networking, getting everybody together again, especially since the conference was already 2 months ago, which is crazy. So we're trying to get the community back together. And of course, we'll have drinks there. But we're also hosting lightning talks, which I really hope people take advantage of. So if you are interested, this is an opportunity for you to grab about 5 minutes of everybody's time, talk about some projects that you're working on, if you're hiring, what your team looks like, what kind of projects you're currently doing, what type of roles you're hiring for. If you're working on a project, you can talk about maybe some challenges that you're experiencing in your project, and if anybody has experience in that particular area, they can come up to you and talk to you afterwards. Or just something that you're thinking about generally, maybe a book that you've read, an article that you've read, a concept that is new to you. Pretty much anything. It's open to anybody to get up on stage and talk for about 5 minutes. So we're still taking applications for that. If you are attending and you are local, we will try to live stream all of those lightning talks through the way that I'm streaming right now, so that you can watch them on LinkedIn or YouTube if you're not local and still want to participate. We also have a new podcast episode coming out tomorrow. Very, very interesting topic. Tanya will be the guest for that. She has a really interesting background in data science, and she's just really fun to listen to. So I really hope that you can all tune in for that podcast. That podcast will be hosted on anywhere that you listen to podcasts: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, or Google. I did just get a question about where. I wonder if that's for the Drink and Think. If you actually go to our LinkedIn, you'll see the event called Drink and Think under our events section on LinkedIn, and then it has more details on how to register and the location for that. So it's at a local brewery in Columbus, Ohio. So super exciting on the episode coming out tomorrow. I guarantee you'll really like it. She has done a lot of very interesting work studying patterns of animals. So if that's something that you're interested in, or it's a particular use case that you've not come across in the data science world, I really encourage you to listen to that episode. Like I said, it's coming out tomorrow. A couple of other things. Our DataVis competition is still open. So if you are interested in competing for some cash prizes, a free ticket to the conference, and if you're from out of town, all of your travel and accommodations are covered as well. So really awesome chance to actually participate at the conference next year in 2023, and also potentially win some cash prizes. So if you have a DataVis that you've built before, if you have one that you're inspired to build, I really recommend you go to our website, dataconnectconf.com, and submit your DataVis submission there. I believe that the submission timeframe is open until the end of the year, so make sure you get that in before then. And then we'll select the top 10, post those on our website where everybody can vote, and then we'll have a top 5 that will actually compete at the event. So we create this thing called the DataVis Gallery that's super cute. Every year you can go into the DataVis Gallery and actually interact with all of the DataVis finalist visualizations. We really encourage people to try different mediums in terms of data visualization. Of course, we get tons and tons of submissions on Tableau, but you can also submit like physical art that's represented by data. You can build something in VR if that's something that you're really interested in. Or AR, that's also really fun. And there's tons of tutorials out there on how to do that. There's a company in New York that does data visualization with VR that's really neat. And so there's all sorts of really interesting options in terms of data visualization. It doesn't just have to be a Tableau dashboard. You can get creative and do pretty much anything that you want and submit that. I guarantee the more unique submissions will get more attention. So, if you're feeling really creative, definitely check that opportunity out. I do want to promote our speaker applications again, because we do select early and often for our speakers. For the lineup, we are getting a lot of speaker submissions in, which is great. And we have something called a content council that consists of a bunch of absolutely incredible women in different areas of the space in data, AI, analytics, some in industry, some in academia. So we have a really nice diverse council set up that actually reviews all of the applicants and screens them for specific topics that are, interesting or that maybe we haven't seen before. And so we go through a very rigorous process to select our speakers. And all of the accommodations for all of our speakers are covered. So if you're worried about costs, we can talk about that. We do support speakers that might not be able to afford to travel here by themselves. So if that is an issue, just reach out to us. We're happy to help you. And our theme this year is basically data as a product, an empathetic approach to building data products. So you definitely don't have to submit on the theme. A lot of our main stage sessions, including our panel and our keynotes, will center around the theme. However, you can submit on any one of our tracks. So we have one on data management and governance. We have one on AI ML practices. We have one on leadership. So we cover all sorts of aspects in this space. So if you are interested in speaking, highly recommend you do that. We also provide free speaker coaching to all of our speakers. So if this is your first time speaking, you'll feel supported, and we'll have plenty of practice sessions beforehand. You can get your slides reviewed. There's all sorts of resources that we provide for you. And then we also have a really fun speaker dinner the night before the conference where you can meet all the other speakers and network with them. So it truly is an incredible experience. Ask any of our previous speakers what their experience was like, and I guarantee they'll tell you the exact same things I'm saying here. So definitely submit if you're thinking about submitting and participating. And with that, just as a recap, Drink and Think lightning talks this week if you're local to Columbus. Information on our LinkedIn events, you can register there. Reach out to us if you're interested in doing a lightning talk. Podcast episode with Tanya coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Data Viz competition, definitely submit, get creative, create a whole bunch of interesting pieces of art that have data incorporated into it. I believe that ends at the end of the year. And then speaker applications, submit to speak, tons of benefits as a speaker. We're here to support you. We want to hear from you. So definitely go to our website, dataconnectconf.com, and apply there. And with that, everyone have a great rest of your week, and we hope to talk to you soon.